Welcome to qnawire.
In this question, we are given a system of 3 blocks and 2 pulleys. They are connected via 2 inextensible strings. The angle of inclination, this angle is given to us 30 degree. The mass of this block, let's say that is M1, that is given to us 500 gram. The mass of the second block, this one is given to us, that is 100 gram, and the mass of this third block, that is let's say M3, that is given to us 50 gram. So let's note down the data first. M1 is equal to 500 gram, which we can also write it as 0.5 kg. M2 is given to us 100 gram, which I can write as 0.1 kg, and M3 is given to as 50 gram only, so that will be 0.05 kg. Okay, so now we have to find the acceleration of this M1 block. As M1 mass is the highest mass compared to the other two blocks, so obviously this M1 mass will start moving downward. Let's say its acceleration is A, which we need to find. Okay, A is the acceleration of this M1 block. As the strings are inextensible, so we can say M2 mass will also have the same acceleration A along the inclined plane, and similarly as other strings are also inextensible, so M3 mass will also have the same acceleration A it would have in the upper direction. Okay, so let's say this is my first string, so the tension force on this T string is, let's say, T1. So then on the second block M2 also the tension force will be T1 in the upper direction. On the there is one more string we have, which is connecting the second block and third block. So on the second block, let's say the tension force by the second string is, let's say, T2, that will be away from the block, so it will be acting towards left, that is T2. And on the third block, the tension force will be acting in the opposite direction, that will be again T2, as the string is same. The weight of M1 mass will be acting downward, that is M1G. The weight of M2 block will be again acting vertically downward, that will be M2G, and for M3 mass also its weight will be acting downward, that will be M3G. Now if I draw the free body diagram for this M1 mass, so I will write FBD of M1 mass. As we can replace M1 mass by a point on this downward force is M1G. I will just write the value of M1G directly. Okay, let's write it. M1G is downward, tension force is T1 upward, and due to that the whole block is going downward with an acceleration of A. So if I write the Newton's second law for this particular block, I can write that net force is downward, that will be M1G minus T, which has to be equal to M1A. In place of M1 I will write 0.5, so this will be 0.5G minus T is equal to 0. Sorry, this will be T1. The tension force on the first string is T1, so this will be 0.5A. Or on simplifying this, we can write that T1 is equal to 0.5G minus 0.5A. Let's say this is my equation number 1. Let's draw the free body diagram for M3 mass. So FBD of M3 mass, I will replace the mass by a point on this M3G force is acting downward, tension force of T2 is acting upward, and because of that the whole block is moving upward with an acceleration of A. In this case T2 force is going to be more than M3G, so the net force in the upper direction is T2 minus M3G, that has to be equal to M3 times A. From here I can write that T2 is going to be equal to M3, the value of M3 is 0.05, so this is 0.05G plus M3A, which is 0.05A. So let's say this is my equation number 2. Okay, now for this M2 block, the weight M2G will have two components. One will be M2G cos theta vertically downward to the inclined plane, that will be M2 g, cos theta is cos 30, and one more force will be acting in this direction, that will be m2g sin 30, m2g sin 30. So if I just apply the Newton's second law along the inclined plane, so I can write along the inclined plane by applying second law, we can write the net force along this inclined plane will be T1 minus T2 minus m2g sin 30, that is going to be equal to m2 times a. So by putting the values, we will get T1 minus T2 minus m2 is 0.1 and sin 30 is half, so that will be 0.1 by 2g is equal to 0.1 a. So this will give me T1 minus T2 as equal to 0.1 by 2 is 0.05 g plus 0.1 a. So let's say this is my equation number 3. This is equation number 3. Now you see from 1, 2 and 3, I will just put the values of T1 and T2 from 1 and 2 in equation 3. So I will write from 1, 2 and 3, I will write in place of T1 I will write 0.5g minus 0.5a, so it will be 0.5g minus 0.5a minus what is T2, we got T2 is 0.05g plus 0.05a, so that will be 0.05g minus 0.05a is equal to 0.05g plus 0.1a. So on simplifying this, we will get 0.65a is equal to 0.4g, or a is going to be equal to 0.4 by 0.65g. So this I can write as 40 by 65g, which is 8 by 13g. This is the answer for the question. So I will conclude that 500 gram block, the 500 gram block will have acceleration downward by an amount of 8 by 13 g.